Back in Philadelphia, when so many of us were trying to learn how to play, we used to have jam sessions at my house in the living room. Well, they weren't really jam sessions. We had not yet earned the J in jam, so they were more like am sessions. We earned the J a little later, you see. And some of the fellows used to come there. Ray Bryant was our pianist. He was 14 years old. Anything he knew, he could play in any key. The guy was a genius. And some other people you probably never heard of. But one in particular was John Coltrane. And the first time he came to my house, a fellow from school brought him because he had just moved into the neighborhood, and he was talking about this fellow that played alto. See, John played alto initially. And he played just like a fellow called Johnny Hodges, who played in Duke Ellington's band. Well, that was pre-Charlie Parker, you see. So when he said Johnny Hodges, I said, what? You mean like Johnny Hodges, who plays with Duke Ellington? He said, yes, you should hear him play on the sunny side of the street. I said, Howard, bring him by the house tomorrow. He brought him by the house, and they came in, and John was standing there like a country bumpkin, you know. And I was 16, he was 18 at the time. And he just stood there and looking, and I didn't know what to say to him. And he didn't seem like he knew what he wanted to say to me. And only thing I could think of was, I said, play something. And I guess that's what he was waiting for. He took his horn out and put it together, and he started playing on the sunny side of the street. And doggone it, it sounded just like Johnny Hodges. Now, my mother was always on the second floor. We never saw her. Whatever she was doing, she was up there. We never heard a peep out of her. Now, when she heard him play, she hollered downstairs, who was that? It hurt me so bad. My own mother never asked what I was doing or the other guys were doing. And I told her it was a new fellow I met named John Coltrane. And what happened now? John joined our coterie of musicians and our am sessions, and we began to play together frequently. But then we heard Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie. Now we started to shift a little bit. And it was quite a shift because we were in midstream trying to learn the stuff before Charlie Parker, and then Charlie Parker and Diz comes along and we're trying to learn their stuff. So we were caught out in midstream there, not quite sure what to do. So we began to explore, buying the 78 records and dissecting what they were doing, checking out everybody's solo, pianos, trumpets, guitars, and we felt like we were moving along. But one of the forms that we seemed to grasp a little easier than the others was the blues form, the 12-bar blues. We could kind of get into that, you know. When you went to jam sessions, you were always leery about what tune were they going to play. And whenever they said the blues, you could relax a little bit because we sort of had a hold on that. And our next tune, we're going to reflect back on the tune that we first heard Dizzy Gillespie play. Dizzy Gillespie and Dexter Gordon was on the recording. And when I heard these two play this tune, I couldn't believe that the blues could sound that good. Maybe some of you might remember it. Miles recorded it much later. It's called Blue and Boogie.